Kids speak. Ever wondered why our generation should sit up and start thinking about saving the environment? Well, let's see what some youngsters have to say about this subject.
Why I am an environmentalist. Neeharika. When I was in elementary school, I knew with unwavering certainty what I wanted to be, an environmentalist. I had always been fond of nature and wildlife. My mother and I would spend hours putting together a collection of discovering wildlife, the ultimate fact file. Our house was always a clutter of National Geographic magazines, obscure fact books about sea animals, and random cutouts I had kept over the years. Wildlife and the environment influenced my childhood greatly. It was perhaps this early, albeit amateurish experience with the natural world that developed in me such immense respect for it. Although my dream of becoming an environmentalist faded with time, the will to conserve nature and wildlife still burns bright and strong within me. Many have argued that the current geological epoch we live in is the Anthropocene. The term originates from the Greek word anthropos, meaning humans, and scene, meaning new or recent. Therefore, the name suggests an era characterized by increased human activities that have a strong and often irreversible impact on nature, especially on our climate. Biologist Eugene Stormer is said to have first used this word. With the rapid increase we have seen in human activities over many decades, it should have been a given that efforts to equal intensity need to be taken to conserve the environment. However, that has not happened. Capitalism and neoliberalism have stood staunchly in the way of environmental conservation. Nature has been exploited and a merciless genocide of wildlife has been allowed with no consequences. In an era of globalization, production and development has become the first priority. We've allowed the environment, the very basis of all life forms and their existence, to become secondary, pushed at the back to be dealt with later. The preservation of our forests and animals isn't an old file in an office storeroom. It's a pressing debt that we owe to Mother Nature, to ourselves as her children. With the tragedy of COVID-19 that has gripped our lives, we've had some time to think. There are small changes we all want to make in our lives to try and make a difference, but we will never be able to come back from complete destruction of the environment unless the big players take action. The multinationals that exploit resources from all over the world need to be held responsible for their actions. The freedom that neoliberals speak of is in reality a free pass to destroy what is left of our fast depleting environment. Stricter restrictions need to be put in place. Considering how far we've come, we still have a long way to go. But a beginning must be made, and it must be made now. Being aware and spreading information is the least we can do to contribute. One of my dearest sisters, currently working in the same field and doing me proud, I try to keep in touch with ongoing issues and discussions through her blog. Whether COVID-19 has forced the individuals in change to rethink their choices or not, the fight will never stop.